if we have an existing high power design and we need to add in some corner links, we can do this by drawing short line segments to represent the corner links. I'll do this on just one corner, but in practice you'd often be doing it on several corners. We just draw a line segment, and I'll draw it this length here, and I was being a little bit careful there to draw it in free space, because if you snap one part of it to the model and the other part of it into free space, then you can sometimes end up with one end much higher than the other. In other words, like a false Z difference between the two. I'd move one end of the link to the frame, I'd turn points on the mesh, and move the other end, move the mesh to the other end, and of course when that relaxes, this link will go in line with the local force vector. Now we have to make sure that in the MPanel options we have the guy link set to where the line will be read as a guy link. The other option is a cable link, but for a link which isn't going to extend in length, we want it to be a guy link. Fixed single guy length forces those guys to be the correct length, and we have two choices on the length. We can either have the drawn length, that's the length that we've just drawn in on the model, like just here, as being the correct length, or we can specify a length. Let's say that we want to specify the length. Then we just specify the length as perhaps 300 millimeters. There are other options. We're using a normal link here. We can also make the link simulate either a D-ring with a flat end to the link, or a pulley in the corner with a round end. Those are more advanced issues, and they're covered in another video. So having done that, we would just select the model with the link, with the mesh, the links and the corners, and relax it just as usual, and we'll obtain a link there which has maintained its length. If we look at the length of this now, it's 300 millimeters long. It's correctly orientated in 3D to the force vector, and the only requirement, you can add links anywhere at any point. One end of them typically needs to go to a mesh edge, or somewhere along the mesh edge or mesh corner, and the other end needs to go to a polyline.